it looks tough. It looks really, really weird. I am so confused why they picked a Tide Hunter.
I mean,
this does not look fun. Like, I would never want a lane of plays coming out from down bottom. Look to hide the two supports, try to get a first blood on one of the two that pops up right away with the first spin. Body block the camps, ward the camps. They've already got the sentry down. Good job. Make sure that these camps never respawn. Spartan's going to get an instant D-ward. They're going to have to make sure that they can put their attention to block the camp there. And they can do a decent job as long as they play this lane like perfectly. If you play the lane in any way, if you make up too many mistakes in the lane though, then your jug is splitting. Try experience, which is horrible, and your supports are in the same position. So let's see.
Oh, here we go.
Steps up. They'll find him.
Should be a easy kill here. Even stacking sort of the control there from the CM and the Nyx, it didn't matter. Just one of them will be enough to provide the time for the Blade Fury to do the damage. Spartan, he's trying to get Fishman. He's not going to be able to get it. Or maybe with the Fairy Fire. All the sound! Ooh. Fishman keeps himself alive.
Hell yeah. Okay, there we go.
All right.
Good start out for that trial.
Yeah.
And again, we watched them block the camps too. While they were playing on the side there, I saw Alex and Fishman making sure that the camp does not respawn. Great job. And they're going to keep this Drow pushed in a pretty difficult spot if they can keep the lane equilibrium here. Which they should be able to. The Jug should be able to power deny decently in this next wave. Mid actually was going pretty decent. Wish actually missed 2 raises, I think I saw, on the Timber. And Malrina is prepared. He already has the stick early on. Now, level 3 for Shadow Fiend gets a lot harder for Timber. You can actually start posing kill threat quite constantly.
I mean, and is just the straight regen of the passive ever enough to sort of allow him to stay in lane, or the raise damage just becomes too much far too quickly?
It becomes too much far too quickly. Maybe you can do some fun with like raindrops and stuff like that, but even then, the damage it starts to get way too much because he's going to get those constant stacks out. Shadow Fiend can force the lane out much harder than a Timbersaw can early because you get your early bottle, and then you can secure runes as
There we go again. They're in onto Focus. This time a TP from Stamatic coming across as he's trying to help out, but Focus, he's down again. This time they will get the trade kill onto Fishman. See if they can do anything more here. Of course, some hefty right clicks coming in from this Shaman.
He's got the Shackle now. They gave him the Mango, and they should be able to get Alex here.
Oh, Fairy Fire.
Or should they?
He's into the trees.
Fairy Fire.
And South. Oh, okay. He's getting some good duration out of it as well. Will finally get stopped. And he's gone. That impetus. Doing enough there from the distance. As
next time.
Yeah. So they've lost Focus twice down here. I mean, having it 3-on-3, do you pretty much keep it like this now as Brame? I mean, is Skylark going to be all right in his own up top, or does this mean Skylark's going to have a tricky time against the Tide?
It'll definitely be a trickier time, but he's already off to a very good start. Yeah. And he can still play the lane, he can still just farm the lane. You're not under any threat if the Tide doesn't skill Gush, which ATF is holding the skill point. If he gets the Gush point, then he can start to pressure Skylark, and hopefully we get to see that. I think they have to keep this, they have to keep a tri-lane bottom to help Focus now, though, so they can secure their pullbacks, get that experience split. And it's a really good job right now for Creepwave.
And dude, in the mid lane, you know, 90-0-70 for 2. Good. This is much better than you expected from sort of a Timber in this matchup.
Yeah, I thought he'd be doing a bit worse for sure. I think it's still going to continue to get harder.
Okay.
Now it's level 5 on the Shadow Fiend, and he's going to be able to push the lane in, and he's going to guarantee the rune probably for himself too, because the supports, I don't think they're going to be able to check this actually. So Maureen, just go for the top rune, go for the RNG.
And what do we got? Nothing crazy, but at least
he gets it.
Yeah, not the SF getting their hands on it as Wish was very low on the mana, and of course empty bottle. So yeah, pretty big for ATF that. For Marine that the RNG was in his favor.
Yeah, that's very nice. Now he doesn't get pressured at all. He can actually stay in the lane, and this is actually going to be a pretty even matchup now. All things, because of all these things considered, pretty decent. And bottom. Straight 3v3, and we're just watching it. Spartan looking for a particular creep where he feels like he can actually make a move, and he does find one. He finds himself a nice mud golem.
Let's see if he can set up for a kill. Well, he's got to be a little cautious. I mean, if they go on him, you get Crystallis inbound. There's the opener. Crystallis trying to come across. They'll lock him down with the shackles. Some good damage from Focus to start things off. Frostbiting Staman, and this time around Creepwave not really able to pull it together to get themselves a kill straight up. Oh, I say that. The crits there from Crystallis. He is able to come back and get the kill. He's got the healing ward point. Keeping it in a distance. They'll send the Mud Golem in to take it down, but Focus is gone. They're chasing on for Spartan. The Mud Golem holding back the chase from Chrysalis. Actually also cancels the salve that was just popped on him. So a little unfortunate there, but still kill-wise, they're getting the action. Mid setups there from Wish. He needs one more raise to hit this. There's 3 stacks already up on Marine, and that'll do it. Lands the last one. Wish able to finally get a kill in this matchup.
Great dance they did down bottom too, Creepwave, versus this triple ranged lane. You know, if they don't get the instant go, they have to do these nice quick little resets, and they do decently.
Yeah.
Crystal's able to get this very clutch healing ward on the high ground, just a couple seconds, and these fairy fires coming into play in these aggro lanes. Very nicely done. And top, we see that Tidehunter is winning that matchup. He has the Gush level 2, so he's getting a couple extra boar kills for himself too, and slowing down Skylark significantly.
Now this time round, Wish will find himself the haste just a man, and he's actually got the catch on to Alex. An easy kill granted to Wish there.
Oh, Skylark got his courier. Looks like with the boar. Got the Tidehunter's boots and a clarity or something it looked like. That'll hurt. And Skylark is still able to get a decent amount of maximizing. He's actually started to pull the waves, since he can't actually lane straight up versus the Tidehunter as mid. Haste on Wish. Bottling up.
Oh, Marine in trouble if a few more raises hit. One more will do the job.
He's out of mana though.
He's bottling up. As he's 10 mana off.
The raindrop protects him for a second, and the raise will come now. Oh, okay.
There we go. He was trying to see if he could get away without popping the raise, but of course better to play it safe. As you know, with these sort of kills, well, same time bottom focus.
Bottom.
They've got the setup. They're in onto him. Focus hasn't got any backup.
Very nice.
Another death on the safe lane Drow as Creepwave do continue to really exercise the strength that they have here with this tri-lane. And I think
ATF gets a Ravage kill top on the Beastmaster too in the river when the whole play was happening when they were chasing the timber.
I mean, Wish is definitely going to have to do quite a lot this game. But he's going to hit the fast timers to do it. These 3 kills, you know, we're going to see pretty much an 8-minute boost of travel on the SF, so very good timing there from him.
And they actually, the Beastmaster was TPing bottom to defend. They actually surround the TP, and yes, the cancel. This tower is very likely to just drop now to this Creepwave push. And ATF, he's fully enabled. He has phase boots when his courier does respawn. He's going to be really strong turning up into all these fights. Ravage will be on cooldown, but he's going to be a pretty big beast for them to actually focus down, as this Drow, this whole tri-lane is shut down so hard from Creepwave's aggression.
Yeah, the way that they've laned this it couldn't be any better. They've managed to do exactly what they needed to with the setups on the side lanes. Sure, the mid lane's not been great, but it's at least it's not like, you know, Marine got completely zoned out. You know, sure, he's behind, but he's not out of it. He's still ahead of Skylark and of course Focus in regards to farm.
Yeah, and he can still threaten heroes who do show up, as we see Spartan. He tries to show up versus this level 7 Timber, and he's just dead.
All right. I mean, Marine's game getting even better. Top lane, they're trying to get in with the setup. They've got the ult, an ATS tanky, but not tanky enough to withstand the magical burst from these raises as Wish continuing to do his best to really use this power that he was able to build up in the mid lane to just keep this game on hold here for Brame and make sure that they don't suffer anymore on the side lanes.
He's so fast to move from lane to lane because of these bots. Malrine has to be careful not to get caught by Disable. He will die. And these bots will always enable him to make plays with the Beastmaster. It's like it's the more standard build now on these Shadow Fiends lately, but it's going to be a really nice one this game for him to look to make plays around the map as 2K lead Creepwave continued playing aggressively down here. I actually want to see Crystallis try to find the Shadow Fiend with the CM and the Nyx. An Omni Slash and a stun, it's really easy kills on the Shadow Fiend early on if they can ever find the opportunity.
Yeah, this window before he has his next item after the bot's done, absolutely top. ATF, he's done it again.
Another Ravage kill.
He's able to pop Skylark. Wish will be able to get the raises down onto Alex, but here's the move you talked about. Crystallis coming in with a Blade Fury. They've killed off Wish. A huge kill to be found. Omni Slash, the bounces are perfect. It bounces to the creeps for the once, but then goes straight back over towards the man and to get the kill. Focus is trying to get Crystallis, but the Frostbite Fishman holds him back. Focus will be able to take down Fishman there with the multi-shot, but now Marine's chasing him down. Has he got enough burst? Not quite. Focus will live. He now turns him with the backup of Skylark and Spartan. They're looking towards Marine, but he's too tanky with his 3 points in reactive armor. Marine's able to get away.
I'll take that as tribute.
Still some big stuff, and that kill on the SF, slowing down his momentum. Instantly, though, off the back of the respawn, he's making moves down towards Marine. See what Marine can do. He's got the chain. He has got a TP if he wants to chance it in the trees. He's going to go for it. Can they find him? They can't. They can't quite get him there. The raise, the close range one must have still been on cooldown, as Wish was not able to get it in time.
Nice TP. Just great aggressive moves coming out, and they haven't had to move the Tidehunter yet.
I mean,
ATF is chilling in the top lane, killing this, getting 2 free kills for himself.
Yeah,
and they do get, I think, all 4 bounty runes afterwards too. I
think, you know, we're seeing why sort of against what seemed right in the draft, they just threw out the Tide as the last pick, because ATF definitely having a great start with it. They're going to look to try and catch him. He's speedy with the phase boost though. Stamanen can't quite close the gap on him. He's too fast. He's out of there. They can't get him.
Wow. I mean, Wish has this whole movement speed build with his bots, Windlace plus Faded Breach, but yeah, Shadow Shaman can't catch up. Alex will walk over, scan, get some information for his teammates. He's going to sap some experience too from this stack. Maybe able to set up on this too, if they do look to make a swing over. And this is huge. I mean, Crystal's has had an absolutely free game, 6-0-2 on the Jug. Not something you'd expect, and just from the Jug pick versus what he's up against, but this aggro tri-lane paying dividends.
And we're seeing the mid's focus.
He's just dead.
He's gone. He is having a rough game. In this sort of game, I mean, I've got to ask, because, you know, this is something that I feel like, you know, shows sort of how rough of a time he's having. Do you agree with, he's got the Midas queued up. Is that really the only way this Drow gets back into the game?
Ooh. He needs levels desperately. So, you know what? I might actually just say yes, I agree with this Midas. He's level 6 at the 12-minute mark. He just needs to never show up. He can't show up anywhere for the next 8-10 minutes or so. So why not? Go for a Midas some way to try to catch up. Let your Shadow Fiend and Beastmaster somehow try to salvage this disastrous early game. The only reason is really because he was in a tri-lane, but I'm okay with it. Because I know we've seen Mid One do it, but he gets, you know, at good timing because he got his lane secured. It's just he's so low level that I have to say I'm okay with it. Yeah,
this game, this feels very much like this is the only way out for a sort of build. This doesn't seem like it would have been the plan from minute 1 for Focus, but yeah, this is the way that they've got to try and bring him back in. He's got to play this recovery game, and it's going to take a lot of time.
And his levels do benefit, even though, of course, we're going to see the Shadow Fiend go for the spell damage build, because that's just always what we see for the SFs. He can help. His aura, you know, his marksmanship in general, if he's standing next to Shadow Fiend, if he gets levels, it is very impactful.
Sure.
So definitely want him to at least have something there. As we see Skylark, Book 2, Summon toward top. ATF, he has Ravage again.
Oh,
he might look to set up around here.
I was going to say, we've had this story happen a few times.
He's level 12 as well, too. They can easily look to set up for this defense here. What level is the Shadow Fiend? Only level 10, so it's still level 1 Requiem. They can't even go for some like a shackle into a level 2 Requiem play onto him. It won't kill him.
Yeah, we'll just see if they do try and go on. It seems hard. I mean, as you say, they've got so many of them here. They're going to look towards the tower. Fortification's out. You know, Creepwave, they're bringing him back up. They know ATF's strong. Ooh,
oh my, what the?
All right. I mean, he catches the 2 of them. Just the tip required there from ATF for the setup. They will lose the CM, but the Ravage allows them to at least get Spartan and does force the rest of them to run. They get him with the Omni-Slash onto Skylark. And the chase is going to continue. Stamanen and Focus, they've just got to run. Wish he's out of there. They will manage to get away. I mean, that's an experienced Tide there. He knows the exact limits of his ultimate, and he's able to catch the 2 on the very edge of it.
It looked really bizarre the way he tossed it out, too. Like, they weren't going to get much out of it, but, I mean, Tower is held.
Tower's defended.
And they get to get the chase. They get the chase with the Timber Saw, with that level 4 Timber Chain.
No, that was a big Brame Ravage.
Yeah, it was good. Focus is getting some time to at least try to farm and finish his Midas. Still a ways away. 300, 400 more gold for him. It's going to be tough for them to make any of these aggressive moves with Alex now always doing this and just stalking, giving all this information, and with ATF just parking himself in front of towers. This is very likely for them to get 2 kills here with the rotation 2 from the bots.
Yeah, straight in onto Skylark. They are definitely making the moves this game.
Oh, Marine.
Alex. He's going to be fine. As he's able to set up onto Stamanen. Another kill for Marine. 17-9, 7k lead so far from Creepwave. I mean, they really have just come into this game to completely differently to what we saw happen in the first game.
Spartan also walks up, another free kill.
It's really looking like they're in their comfort zone. These heroes, Maureen's Timber, ATF's Tide. It didn't feel sensible in the draft, but now just seeing what these players are able to do on these heroes, it totally becomes understandable why they would throw them out in a lineup like this.
And I'm so glad to when I do see the more lower division, not like the tier 1 teams, make the decision and make the move to do those aggro tri-lanes. I feel like it's much more unexpected for the less experienced teams to do that compared to your tier 1s, your tier S's. As ATF, they've got the level 2 Requiem now, but they actually can't go for it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to commit. He's worried with Crystallis coming over, and he knows already, you know, Wish, even if he does drop the Requiem, it's probably not going to be quite enough to kill ATF. ATF's going to have Ravage pretty soon. He'll drop the Requiem now, roars and raises out onto Crystallis. They'll get the Jug.
They might be able to get ATF too. He's dropping really low. Spartan has max impetus.
He's got Ravage and Maureen's around. They're going to drop the walls down onto Maureen. Ravage being used to help Maureen, and now they can turn. As the Requiem from the Death will kill Maureen. Back up from Focus coming over. He's trying it, but of course he's not got much to utilize at the moment on the Drought. ATF stopped him for the TP out. He's done with this, but Stamanen is able to come back in, put a stop to it. Alex creeping back in, Gush into Impale. They're closing the gap onto Focus. Focus, he's in so much trouble there. Will push back the Tide with the Gust. Can Alex quite get him? He's going to have Impale and Mana Burn in a second. Focus trying to juke, but they've found him. Another kill for ATF. Fishman standing his ground, actually setting time for ATF and Alex to come back over towards Skylark. They'll get another kill. As Brame, they really tried to push it there, bringing in Focus, you know, cancelling the TP of ATF as ATF tried to get out of there. But that ended up to be a move that completely hurt them. ATF still being in the action and Creepwave being forced to continue the fight paid off so much better for Creepwave. They get Focus and of course they get Skylark at the end of it.
How the hell does Focus show up to this fight and think it's going to go well for him? He's Brown Boots minus. He's literally hitting them for 0 damage. I'm surprised they called for him or he made the move to go up there to try to help. It was 5 for 1, right? Or 5 for 2 that they ended up? Maybe even worse. At
least, yeah. I mean,
5 for 1. They got Maureen, I guess in the initial they got the Jug too. So it was a 5 for 2. But a very overextended fight leads to the Ravage coming back up, and I mean, Focus, I think that was the time for him to focus and to catch back up in the game. But yeah, shows up to the team fight and just gets eviscerated.
ATF, he's pretty much got completed Aghanims after that fight that he's going for.
Oh. That's really nice. I love Aghanims on Tide. I think it's so nice when you're playing versus summons and versus squishy heroes. You just get this gush on everybody, and then everyone's able to everyone does more damage versus them. It's nice, and he's going to be able to spam it. He even maxed it, and he took the talent, so the damage is 380 for Gush.
Yeah, it's absolutely strong, and especially when you're just always guaranteed basically to get -7 armor on whoever Crystallis, you know, the group of heroes that Crystallis is Omni slashing. Instantly, everybody that he's bouncing around -7 armor. These Omni slashes are going to destroy these heroes,
and they don't have. The other thing is too, like they're not even close to this, but they're not even close to BKBs or anything. The Gush, it provides the armor mice, but also provides a 40% slow for 4 seconds. So
yeah.
They're not going to be able to run away. And these tanky front lines, Timber, Tide, who are shown to be pretty immortal, they're going to get so many of these frequency of spells off. Yeah, that's going to be a big problem for Brame to deal with. It's a very uphill battle for them this time around.
I mean, you know, considering, as you said, sort of the thing that's worked out the best for them has been the fact that they did do this aggressive tri-lane. But when you are starting to see some of the performances from these players, like, you know, Maureen on his Timber, ATF on the Tide, do you think either of these are sort of warranting, you know, teams to sort of really consider just not letting these players have these heroes in this division?
Timber is always one that can just get banned out if your lineup just literally has no damage. That one I could see. Tide's a little tough one to ban out. That's more like a last ban.
Sure.
Or if you have like a Tide Hunter, if you have like a Lycan or something like that, and you're just trying to cover your bases versus the hero. Tide's a tough one to ban a lot of times. Timber though, Timber definitely could look like it. As Maureen 8-3-2 in a very unfavorable matchup, as we were.
Against the mid SF. You know, he died what, the once really in the laning stage when the Requiem was hit from Wish. But up until that point, not falling foul to the raises of the SF in the lane, played it smart and was was easily able to match the farm that Wish was getting out of that mid lane.
10,000 gold lead too. 10,000 experience lead at the 17-minute mark. It's just, they don't have the team fight either. They're more about like this pick off now for Brame rather than grouping up and going for anything into this Tidehunter. It's very problematic. 70 seconds though, no Ravage. Let's see what they can make of it. Their book 3 is up. He walked right in.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he saw Alex. He saw them, right? Or I guess he didn't. I guess it's nighttime. Maybe just wasn't quite ready for Alex to come out of the fog.
Pauses messing with your brain.
Yeah, I mean, they really do.
And he also fed the. I think that might be the 3rd or 4th book. He didn't feed both of the minions, but he fed he fed the blue one, so 150 gold. I've seen a couple times the Tide and the Timber getting them in the midst of the action. So decent chunk of gold going toward the side of Creepwave. As yeah, the Aghanims is pretty much done now for ATF once he goes and purchases it.
I mean, this. I think, honestly, without doubt, this is going to be the fastest Ags you'll kind of ever see on a Tide, right? I mean, it's not really the item Tides are always getting. Definitely not the one that they're rushing or getting this early.
He's just getting chased out. Stunned, not going to hit, but a Gush connects and an easy kill from Elrine to run down. This Drow is never going to be able to come back in the game.
It really feels like that tri-lane broke the Drow completely. Like, Focus has just completely struggled to find space after what was such a brutal laning stage for him.
They can't do anything about the actual team fights now. So Ravage is back up. They have to just look for pickoffs with this book 3 if they can. Try to get some information with the Hawk, but the Hawk, there's so much sentry coverage now because of how rich these supports are on this side of Creepwave. There's a sentry and a ward in most of the locations, so the Hawk is flying over. I've seen it get killed now twice also from the CM. We've got this Gush now for the minus armor.
Yeah. And
they can easily set this up.
And I like this as well from Crystallis. He did initially have the Maelstrom queued up after the Manta, but just going for the Ags. And honestly, because his Tide has an Ags as well, the slashes, the swift slashes, you don't need the damage from the Maelstrom. You're already just going to be able to do so much as long as you have the ability to jump in and get the hits off.
Absolutely. I mean, the Drow can't do anything.
No, a Gush and a swift slash, really he's probably dead.
Yeah. Wish being stalked by Alex. Wish is still 6-2 and 2, but it's such an uphill battle for him. He needs this BKB so badly, and he might just get found here. Alex, can't quite get it. Too speedy.
Skylark.
They will find the roar, but he might actually just feed his minions and die. Oh my god, that did a lot more damage than I thought it would.
That's the Kaya. Kaya and the Nether Shawl.
And the Nether Shawl.
Without that would not have done it. He's got the beautiful stacking spell out there from those two. And Spartan in the mid. That's pretty dead. It's an ambitious salve attempted by Spartan. As 20 minutes, it's a full Bloodstone thanks to that kill as well for Marine. I mean, all 3 of their cores are just popping off. Whilst
I'm just looking at Focus.
Yeah, both Focus and Skylight, they're falling behind. Oh no!
I don't know what you can ever do with this Drow. He's gonna have Midas up in 4 seconds, but look at his items. These are 8-minute items if you exclude the Midas. But look at there's like 8-minute items. He doesn't do anything in the game.
I mean, they really weren't
everything.
I mean, what could they have done better against the tri-lane setup from Creepwave in retrospect? Are you looking to dodge it? Are you taking the Drow straight over to the other half of the map? Or do you need to have had your own tri-lane setup in response before Focus died the 2 times?
They probably should have just brought... They had to do one of the 2. They had to move something. They had to have just either completely swapped the lane or just have the tri-lane there first. That's pretty much the only solution. So there wasn't anything else really they could have done with their heroes. Spartan again will go down, and they're collapsing on these towers.
I mean, they can
there's just nothing Brame can do. They just have to watch. There's just nowhere for Focus either to go to catch up and farm. And anytime they are looking to catch up and farm, pushing out these lanes, they're afraid because Alex is sitting on them, and there's a boot to travel on Timber that can dive them. So no space for them to try to catch up. As the healing ward will allow this push to continue. And these summons just dying to Gush. Another book 3 down.
Giving so much gold up throughout the game.
And into this Aegis, it's so much more difficult. Tide, level 18 on the front line. They're even setting the Jug Illusions to try to catch the bottom wave. Stoll will try to at least stop that in the meantime. But just keeping Brame locked inside their base, getting no farm whatsoever.
And I think, yeah, Brame's got to do this. They're not going to win the game waiting on the high ground. They've got to go for risky plays if they want a chance here in the second game.
What level's the tie? Or what level's the Shadow Fiend? Still only 15, so not even the level 3 Requiem still. It's not gonna kill. I mean, it's not gonna kill the Tide Hunter or the Timber Saw. It can kill the supports, and it can still get the Jug if they can get it perfect. But he has Aegis. I mean, focus has been found.
Oh no!
Dire are scanning.
If that happens once more, it might be one of those games where they just call it. It's looking pretty over here for Brame unless they can pull off something really spectacular. As Creepwave are
getting as much as they can.
Yeah,
they're just pushing bottom. They know they can't defend.
They're losing racks. They're probably going to lose a second set here if Creepwave want to swing round to the bottom. Now they're just going to back off and look to try and fight them. They've decided they'll have much more fun getting more kills, which is understandable. Skylark using the Raw to help himself get away. And, ooh,
my God.
It's close, but he does make it.
Level 18 Timber 2.
Yeah.
On the way to a Lotus Orb. They're just, items are just trickling in so fast. Brame just getting absolutely nothing on the map. Wish he can't find any. They just can't find any farm. They can't peek their faces out because this Nyx Assassin is stalking. Oh, he saw a multi-shot. Run, focus. Oh, but your Midas is up. Oh, no. Oh, Shadow Fiend, the ward. They have a ward on the side there.
Oh, no.
They're actually watching Wish.
They see him.
They throw the scan on top as well.
Oh, he's got to do it. He's got to do it to get out.
Immediately, Malrine ports bottom. It's under a ward though, so this one. Can they actually? Are they gonna attempt to set up for him? They have full information that he's alone.
If he's even if they use Requiem, if he's able to just sort of pop the active with Bloodstone, he's
not gonna die.
Yeah.
It's not gonna even be that close actually, because he has the Nether Shell too.
No, it's gonna be like half his HP, if that.
Yeah,
maybe not even
if
that.
They connected it perfect.
That's the man, and trying to do his best here to push these side waves out with that shard.
I'll take that.
Alex is coming hunting though. He knows that Stamanon's going to try and stick around, and yeah, it's a good read from Alex.
Timber saw bots up. They are.
Oh,
He's going to bots up. They're going to bring even more.
He doesn't know.
Goodbye, Shadow Shaman.
Classic job.
So he's just trying to split push because he's got the he bought the Ag Shard, so he's just dropping the Serpent Wards with the Shackles in lane and just shocking. They just have to try to buy any amount of time that they can. It's not like time is really going to help them in this game anyway, as the Drow just will never be able to recover. But they're tempting.
He did get his first time after the Midas though.
Did he?
The
nice. Okay. There he is.
Well, half an hour. You know, it's been a long game for Focus. A slow game.
It's been a long game.
You know it has. He's looking forward to game 3. I mean, these are the kind of games where, you know, Focus, he is gonna be angry in game 3, which could be definitely to Brame's benefit. You know, you get beaten down this hard in a game of Dota 2, you're gonna come back all guns blazing in the next game.
The Roar to run away. Will he make it though? He will. He'll be able to get away. We also have a Basher now on ATF, so I mean he's just having a good time.
Basher?
Why not?
I mean you can bash with the Anchor Smash, right?
Only one target, but
sure,
yeah.
Only one target. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, they'd be pretty hype if you could get it on multiple. But indeed, we'll see if he's able to get some cool Anchor Smash RNG. Oh, there he did. Got there. Bash the Ancient.
He's getting a couple of them. Yep.
I mean, if you're jumping into a few heroes, chances are you are going to bash something, right? The odds are pretty good.
Applying minus 11 armor with now the minus 4 armor Gush talent. Spartan running away. Skylark, not so lucky.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there's the bash.
The bash.
Beautiful.
The Anchor Bash.
Anchor Bash plus the Anchor Imp Claw.
Anchor,
Nice.
yeah. But they're still holding Brame.
Well, split push, but I mean, his split push and wards are actually giving 100 gold every time when they kill all 4 of them, too.
Oh, no.
Lots of gold being given.
Yeah, 22k lead here. Let's see what kind of defense they're going to be able to pull together.
He just can't. ATF, if he sees an opportunity, he's just going to blink Ravage, and they only have the 1 BKB, so it's going to hit 4 of them probably. Whenever ATF makes the call to click the jump button. Nice to
do it,
Spartan.
Jump him.
And when Focus steps up and he's waiting until Skylark summons the book, and then he might do it. More money.
I mean, they're playing it safe. You know,
they are.
They don't want to throw this game away. It feels pretty unthrowable right now. Can we get the Dota plus percentage? This has got to be a 99. No, it's an 100. It's an 100. It's been 100 for quite some time as well. It's been 100 for the last 7 minutes. Or maybe 6 minutes. Last at least 5 minutes. Oh, here we go.
Arcane, Requiem.
All right, that might just do it. Okay. Where's your 100% now, Gaben? Well, there we time for the comeback.
It still says 100%, though, so it hasn't shifted. Not this time, not yet. I mean, they need what? 10 more of those? Maybe more? Like, to realistically actually get back in the game. Wish is at least...
If he gets the Arcane
Blink... He's got the level 18, and he's on his way to the Arcane Blink, so if he can get these pickoffs...
If he gets the Arcane Blink, Abyssal, then maybe.
They're starting to split up a lot. Look, Malrine also setting up on bottom. They're already preparing. Tidern is starting to TP over.
Get those raises stacked up.
ATF's coming. The Tide TP's incoming.
They've got the Roar. But, oh, there we go. Ravage out, a smash and a gush, and goodbye Wish. The Spartan also looking extremely dead here. ATF unstoppable. As Focus, they're trying to turn onto Malrine. They cannot hold him back. ATF in on top of Focus. Buyback's coming out for the 2 of them. They're going to roar the Nyx Assassin. They might just be able to kill him here. He comes out of the Yules. Alex will go down. See what more they can find. They also get the kill onto Fishman. Skylark trying his best to juke out the movements of Malrine. They try with the Yule setup, but he's already got the Timber Chain down. ATF's able to get over towards Skylark, take out the Beastmaster.
ATS has a full Abyssal Blade coming on the Courier.
Oh, he does. 29 minutes in, 30 minutes in. Let's be fair. 30-minute build on this Tide Hunter. Pretty terrifying, and without a doubt, definitely warranted the team bringing it in as the final pick.
Yep. And he also got the blessing of the Orb of the Orb of Destruction as well. Even more minus armor for this beefy man.
I mean, that's what how much is
minus
Orb
15.
nowadays? Yeah, but you did the math for me. Thank you. Minus 15. Wait, no, you did. Oh yeah, you did. Sorry, yeah, I forgot about the talent. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a lot of minus armor.
Especially when they are... Let's see who the...
Pretty low armor,
highest
right?
armor.
Probably the Drow.
Who has the highest armor?
Drow,
the Shadow Fiend of the Drow. Sorry, 20. Yeah. When she loses the Agi, though, she'll probably be at pretty much 0 armor, as well as the Shadow Fiend is top. They'll find Alex again, but the backup's incoming.
Oh, Chrysalis. He's going to be able to find some mana. But a 1-for-1 trade when they're down 28k is something that they will take any time of day.
Isn't it crazy how they got the same gold for the kill as well on both of the sides?
Yeah,
pretty nuts.
Kill bounty is pretty wild nowadays.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think they use the same maths as the dice roll function for kill bounty. There's Malrine. He's diving in.
Skylark? He's just dead.
He's very dead. No buyback on him. Malrine's losing a little bit of his mana. ATF's in. Gets the kill on Focus. Focus has got buyback. As Wish. Oh, he's in with the BKB. Oh, here we go. Requiem onto the 2 of them. Can they kill Malrine? No, he's got the cheese. He's back up to full. And oh, he's trapped in by his own Shaman's wards. He can't get out. The Ravage is there. They'll call it now. GG. As Creepwave will take this game too. And my goodness, did they look good doing it. really did.